the Lady in London here. Today I'm coming to you from the Inns of Court, where I want to take you around on my free self-guided walking tour. From Temple to Gray's Inn and Lincoln's Inn, there are a lot of amazing places hidden around central London. As always, the full route and map are on my blog, aladyinlondon.com, but for now let's go see what we find. This walk starts at Temple Station. It's served by multiple tube lines, and you can also get here on foot, by bus, bike, or scooter. Once outside the station, you can head east on Embankment, passing through Victoria Embankment Gardens on your way to Temple. There are great views of the Thames from here too. Once you reach Middle Temple Lane, you can head into Middle Temple and Inner Temple. There's a lot to explore here, from gardens to stunning buildings and a historic church that featured in the Da Vinci Code. As with the other Inns of Court, it's a good idea to time your walk for when most things are open. Weekdays are best, and it's a good idea to check opening hours of things like gardens and churches online before you go. From Middle Temple Garden to Temple Church and Fountain Court, there's a lot to love about this place. There's history here too. The Inns of Court are long-standing professional associations for barristers. Conveniently located near the Royal Courts of Justice, the four inns are Gray's Inn, Lincoln's Inn, Inner Temple, and Middle Temple. The Inns of Court have the important responsibility of selecting, training, and regulating barristers. All barristers in England and Wales have to be members of one of the four, and the inns provide social and educational opportunities for them. The Inns of Court date back centuries, and there's a lot of heritage to be found in them. They originated as guilds of law and later became inns with buildings where lawyers lodged, trained, and carried out their business. Today they're thriving parts of London's living history. One of the most famous places in the Inns of Court is Temple Church. This place was built in the 12th century by the Knights Templar. You might remember the church from Dan Brown's The Da Vinci Code. The Knights Templar had dominion over this part of London, setting up two halls around the church before their organization's dissolution in the 14th century. You can go inside Temple Church if it's open, or just walk around it. It's worth admiring the small gardens on the north side and popping into the courtyard of Hare Court to admire the buildings. If you need a rest along the way, there's a small pub tucked away in Temple. It's a great place to stop and take a break. After leaving Temple, you'll reach the Royal Courts of Justice. You can head over to admire the striking 19th century Gothic Revival facade. The building was designed by George Edmund Street, and it was opened by Queen Victoria in 1882. One of the largest courts in Europe, it's Grade 1 listed. After leaving the Royal Courts of Justice, you'll make your way down some side streets in order to get to Lincoln's Inn. You'll pass through an archway leading into New Square. There's a historic legal bookshop here if you want to go inside for a browse. If not, you can explore New Square and introduce yourself to Lincoln's Inn, another of the 4 Inns of Court. While here, you can take in the historic chambers and gardens surrounding you. Also in Lincoln's Inn are old buildings, stone buildings, Old Square, Lincoln's Inn Chapel, and North Gardens. You'll spot the facades of the Old Hall, Ostler's Hut, Great Hall, and Library as you go. Finished exploring, you can continue your walk by heading out to Lincoln's Inn Fields and turning right to go north along the east border of the square. Soon you'll find yourself on High Holborn, where it's not a far walk to get to Gray's Inn. Once inside, you'll find yourself in an open area with a garden in front of you. The green space is called the Walks, and it's a 5.8 acre or 2.3 hectare garden. You can also explore Gray's Inn Square and South Square Gardens. You can walk around here and admire Gray's Inn Chapel and the green spaces around it. When you're done exploring, you can exit through a hole in the wall and head up to Theobald's Road. Thanks for coming around the Inns of Court with me. I hope you've enjoyed this walk, and I hope it's inspired you to get out and explore these special parts of London yourself someday. They're really interesting and unique, and they're worth discovering. As I mentioned before, the full route and map are on my blog, aladyinlondon.com, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel before you go. Happy walking.